I'm about to eat Walmart's more premium, expensive line of food called Bettergoods for 4 days. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Somewhere in the multiverse, in a world that is much more evil and cruel than our own. Is that even possible? I don't know at this point. In a world that's slightly more evil and cruel than our own, Bettergoods is called Worse Bads. That was my opening joke. I know it really didn't have a punchline, but in the multiverse, a punchline is called a slap curve. That was the real joke. That was the real one, and I ate it up. So we all know and love Walmart's iconic main brand called Great Value. We've all bought something Great Value. I mean, they have everything. They have butter. They got milk. They got flour. Why am I making a biscuit? But I heard a rumor recently that the CEO of Walmart paid a visit to Whole Foods. He walked in, smelled the organic fishy odor, and said, "My store needs some more of this. I'm so sick of only selling walls." So he made a premium, more expensive brand for Walmart called Bettergoods. It's apparently more organic, more grass-fed, more probiotic. It's good for the gut, and it's more pretentious as well. That's the one side effect. But they still have Great Value. Both brands are just kind of coexisting right now. Sometimes peacefully, sometimes not. The other day I heard Bettergoods say, "Oh, Great Value. Daddy Walmart would not have had to create me if you were actually great." And I know Bettergoods has been around for a bit now. I'm late, and I've heard that's kind of cool to be a little bit late. A lot of you have probably tried a lot of Bettergoods items already, but I have never tried any. So I decided to eat only Bettergoods food for 4 days. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's 12 Bettergoods meals. I'm gonna taste test everything and review all of it. I can't promise you that my opinions are gonna be better than anyone else's or even more good, but I can promise you that they're gonna be truthful. They're gonna be honest. Somewhere Abraham Lincoln was like, "Girl, same." But before we get started, give this video a big thumbs up if you're enjoying it. It's the easiest way to support little old me and my whole dainty career and my daughter, Regina. Doesn't she deserve the world? Doesn't she? Also subscribe, I make food content, and I have a second channel called Timmy Tries to Talk, where I sit on this couch and I talk about whatever I feel like talking about. Anyways, Regina, I love you, my baby. I'll see you in probably like 30 minutes when I get home from Walmart.
We have arrived to Walmart. Live better, low prices, vision. I guess they want you to see the low prices. So this is the inside of a Walmart in case you've never been, in case if you're a privileged monster. For my day one breakfast, I got these chocolate chunk protein pancakes with this Bettergoods cocoa syrup. And I also got this salsa verde hash brown breakfast sandwich as well. So this is my day one breakfast. What do we think? Let's cook it up. Let's eat it up.
Hi girlies, I missed you. It's been too long. So before we start cooking, I need to address something. People have been asking me about this camera up here. They're like, "Timmy, who's watching you?" Well, first of all, the robots. They're always listening, always watching, and when they take over, they're gonna say, "We liked you this whole time. You can be one of us," and make me a cyborg. But not just the robots, that's our puppy camera. So when we leave the house, we can check on the dogs. That's what that is, just addressing the rumors, you know, the tabloids. Also, I still have my dermatitis. People have been asking about that. It's gonna be there forever. I'm coming to accept it. This is me, in the words of the bearded lady. So I'm gonna cook. Let's first make our salsa verde hash brown breakfast sandwich. You girlies know I'm half Cuban, so when I hear the word verde, I say green. This is interesting because apparently the bun is a hash brown egg hybrid with a sausage in the middle, and it can be air fried. So we're just gonna pop it in there, let the oxygen do the work. You know, it's saving us a lot of time. Smells like a meaty burp. Let's just pop that in there. Do you guys ever let your air fryer preheat? I never do. Well, I do technically. I just leave the food in there while it preheats. Who cares, right? Nothing matters. The world is a mess, so really nothing matters. What am I doing? No, dehydrate. There's a dehydrate option? What is this, a desert machine? I'm just gonna put it to 5 minutes because that's what the box said to do. At 400, it'll do its thing. Now it's time to make the pancakes. I'm so hyped about these girlies.
Double chocolate chip protein pancakes.
I love chocolate chip pancakes, but I really can't relate to them. I can't relate to them unless if they're those cloud pancakes from Japan. I can relate to that. So we just basically have to add either water or milk and the pancake mix. I'm gonna make half a cup. Oh, also, on my last cooking video, I got comments saying, "Timmy, you're using wet measuring cups with dry ingredients." What does that even mean? I always thought it was all the same. I get that science is real, but sometimes so is delusion, and that's where I'm at. I'm gonna use what I have. And being the chef that I am, I'm just gonna add water until it looks good to me. That looks pretty good to me, right? See? You can use any measuring cup you want.
I sprayed some good old Pamela on my pan. Pamela's been a good friend of mine since 1802. She has kept me greasy all these years. And as you can see, she's keeping my pancakes separated from the chemicals on my pan. Oh, look at those microplastic sizzle. Delicious. I flipped it over and I was surprised to see that I slayed it so hard. Honestly, someone slapped me with this pancake right now. And this is my final breakfast. It's so golden brown. It looks really surprisingly good.
So I just realized that this meal really kind of fits different lifestyles. The sandwich is for the keto girlies. There's no bread in sight. Wonder Bread can't hurt you anymore, I promise. And then we got the protein pancakes right here. Let's first try the sandwich. It feels really hard. Wait, listen to me scratch it. It sounds like you when you had lice. This is better. Why is that incredible? Huh? Tell me. Why? It's better. It's gooder. It's good better. It's better and good put together. It's good. The sausage really does taste like authentic chorizo. I am half Cuban, so chorizo does not come from Cuba, but I still feel like I know a little something about chorizo because of that, you know? And it really has that strong chorizo, smoky, almost like chipotle pepper flavor. Perfect texture too. It tastes very real. What are the odds, right? I really thought it wouldn't be. And then the bun, the hash brown egg hybrid, is very good. You can taste the potato, you can taste the egg. It actually has a slight hash brown casserole vibe too. It's kind of creamy on the inside with a very golden brown outside, and it has an oniony flavor like a hash brown casserole. With the chorizo, it's incredible. 10 out of 10. What an amazing start. Woo, I'm sorry, I had to mess up my hair a little bit. This is gonna be a fun week. Next up, we got the protein pancakes. We also have this cocoa syrup made with organic maple syrup. This was expensive, but I'm paying for real tree juices, real maple syrup. Bettergoods isn't messing around. They're like, everything is real. I find that so exciting. It is dusty though. So it's been sitting on that shelf for a while. People just want their good old schmuckers. I can't blame them. I love a good schmuckers. Ooh, smells like chocolate. Chocolate? Really? I'm just gonna pour some on. Gorgeous. I don't like a lot of maple syrup, to be honest. I like just a little drizzle. Mama doesn't get crazy. Only on the weekends when daddy has custody. Sand, delicious sand. Okay, give me a second. Okay, so I like them. Did they try to clog my esophagus? Yes, they did, but I'm a forgiving person. And they're so dry. They're probably the driest pancakes I've ever had. I think it's the protein. You know, if I was a fitness influencer, I would have added so much cottage cheese to these, but sadly, I like my food to be enjoyable, so I didn't do that. Let me just say the chocolate chips taste like real chocolate chips. They're very rich, sweet. They add that perfect amount of fun to the pancake, you know? In the land of Sahara, they're a little oasis. That just get nice and crispy. They're just very dense. Like, these are the densest pancakes I've ever had. And I feel like I added the right amount of water. I know people are gonna say, Timmy, we saw you cook it. You didn't do anything right. And what about it? They're still dry. And what? Now, the flavor just tastes like a really good pancake. So I'm still enjoying them. I'm still gonna eat it all. The texture's pretty crazy. So if you don't mind that, I think you'll love the flavor. I do. I'm gonna give them a nice 7 out of 10. They're good. And the syrup tastes like any old syrup. I guess trees really don't know how to change it up. Like, it's 2026, you know, it's time to evolve the flavor. They're gonna get left behind. Next up, we got lunch. I'm still hungry. I'm probably gonna have it right now.
For my day one lunch, I got these peach flavored yogurt covered cashews, this curry chicken and lentil Bettergoods bowl, and also these beef bulgogi empanadas as well. So I basically just took it all home and I got to cooking. It was a really hard process. I took the empanadas out of the box. They were in a pink bag. You're pink. I am. And the lentils were completely hidden by this thick fog. And this is all my food cooked up. I air fried the empanadas, I microwaved the meal, and I left the cashews raw because I'm a vegan.
So this is one of the first times in my career and my life that I cannot see into my frozen meal. Like, I literally can't see what it looks like. It's disguised, it's hidden. So I thought to myself, let's do a big reveal together, okay? Okay, so Bettergoods uses super glue. Good to know. Oh, I see a bean. What is happening? Oh, okay, wow. Oh. I'm just gonna leave the rest of the plastic on there. It's a decoration. It smells good, but it looks scary, terrifying. So this is the gluten-free curry chicken and lentil bowl. I love lentils, I love curry, I love chicken. It sounds like it was made for me. Shredded dark meat chicken, slow cooked with curry powder over seasoned lentils with tomatoes. 27 grams of protein. After having the pancakes, I'm literally just gonna become a brick of whey. The chicken looks strangely real once again. Is this gonna be a theme throughout the whole week? Realness? Because I'm okay with that. Let's see. The concept of a Walmart item having really good flavor, impossible. I'm gonna eat the whole thing right now. Wow, genuinely? That tastes like something from Whole Foods. The CEO really was inspired, but thankfully it's lacking the rotten fish that infests every Whole Foods out there. It smells like a big flap of tilapia. This is so good. This is mostly lentils, so if you like lentils, I think you'll genuinely love this. It's flavorful. I wouldn't say it's restaurant quality, but it's like the quality of me trying to cook an Indian dish at home while also being an uncultured swine, but it's still kind of good. It's that quality. There's a strong curry flavor to it, genuinely, and there's a tomatoey acidity that kind of cuts through all that curry spice and makes it kind of bright. The chicken honestly tastes like shredded pork. So I don't know if the 3D printer is mixing animals now. Maybe that's the next step, but that's what it tastes like to me. But it's like good shredded pork. It tastes real. I'm just making sure it's chicken. It is chicken. There was no blubber pieces. Everything tasted kind of stewed together. For a frozen meal, it's pretty fantastic, I have to say. With rice, it would be a full meal to me. Without rice, it's like a third of a meal. But I'm just literally shocked. This is not sponsored by the Walmart CEO, the fishy, Whole Foods odor, no one. But I'm giving it, for a frozen meal, a 9 out of 10. What? Ooh. Life is good. Now we got the bulgogi beef empanadas, Korean-inspired Korean-inspired bulgogi sauce with beef in a crispy pastry shell. I've never had a Korean empanada. Like, that's fusing different cultures together. I like it. Let's try it. My hands are tingling. Get out of my face. You know, sometimes creativity is the villain. I don't like that someone was brave enough to put these two things together. I don't think it worked. I think that person was trying to attack me personally. I hate it. It's disgusting. It really is. This is not better or good. The inside of it does taste sort of like a beef dumpling type thing, but it's complete mush. Can you see that? It's just mush. It's like bulgogi pudding. And in Britain, they would say, that's my favorite takeout. But not here. Here, that tasted really bad. Not only did the texture give me the ick, but the empanada dough itself tasted like water. Like, I know water doesn't have a flavor, but apparently now it does, because this tasted like Dasani. Maybe even Zephyr Hills. Stuck to my finger. Ew! And it has this weird brown sugary sweetness that tastes almost fermented. Horrible. 0 out of 10. Now, last but not least, we have something fun. Peach flavored yogurt covered cashews. I love cashews. They're probably my favorite nut. What's yours? You know what? I don't want to know. What is that? Wait, I like it. No, I don't. Pose. Sir, drop the cashew. Stop dipping it into the yogurt. It's not working. So, like I said, I love cashews. They're unique in their shape. They're kind of like, and they also have a creamy flavor. I love them, but this coating is nasty. It's very sour, and I know that yogurt is typically tart, but this is more sour than tart. This is Olivia Rodrigo's debut album. So that extreme sourness almost feels like acidity, and then the sweetness comes in, and it almost kind of makes it taste like, how do I say this? Oh yes, I've said this before. Jessica Biel It tastes like her last name. Now, I love cashews so much I'm still kind of eating them because I can see past the nastiness, but they're not giving 1 out of 10. I'll see you for dinner, girlies.
For my day one dinner, I got these sriracha and crunchy garlic croissant knots for my little appetizer. And for my second appetizer, because I need 2, I got these cacio pepe arancini. And then for my entree, I got this beef roast pot pie with this diva in the reflection staring at it as well. And for dessert, I got a authentic French raspberry tart. And this is everything together, the family portrait. Everyone looks kind of related. There's crust in every single element. So for the pot pie, I just took it out of its box. It looked really good besides this big dent in the center. I think someone slapped it. And I also took the little pasta balls out of the box as well. And look at this, they're in a resealable bag. What in the world? This is the future. This is now. And voila, look at that. My pie is done. I baked it in the oven. And I also added a croissant to the pan towards the end of the cooking process. Oh, look at that. Looks so appetizing. I'm so hungry. Oh, God. And this is the final meal. Everything together. What do we think, girlies? Did I do a good job?
Bonjour, oui, oui, je m'appelle enchilada. This is quite a global meal we have going on here, girlies. That's why I spoke every language across the globe all in one sentence. Not a lot of people can do that. Maybe Trisha Paytas, no one else, okay? We have the beef pie, which smells really good, by the way. It's like you put a full living cow in a beef Wellington crust. This is a product of Canada. You see that? Walmart said we're importing. Walmart said a boot. And then here we have authentic French raspberry tarts made in France. And then we have the cacio pepe arancini made in not Italy. I assumed. It doesn't say where it's made, so I'm guessing Wyoming. And then I don't think that the garlic knots said where they were made, but the bag does say they were hand tied. You're telling me people are in the factories going twist, twist, just for Bettergoods? I'm assuming it's a robot hand. I'm assuming the knuckles are made out of iron. You know, let's first try the garlic knot. So this is sriracha and crunchy garlic croissant knot. Ooh, it smells like an apricot fart. Why? Why? Oh. Regina, smell this. What do you think? She's disgusted. I don't like it. I don't like it. How could you go wrong with a sriracha crunchy garlic croissant not hand tied? This doesn't make sense in my brain. I don't like the flavor. It tastes, you know what it tastes like? It tastes like hot sauce soaked into a croissant. That's it. Maybe with a hint of garlic, but the garlic's actually quite light. I think Edward could eat this and semi-enjoy it. Bella would say, Edward, no, please take me instead. It's not giving me what I thought it would give. It's also quite tough for a croissant. I get that it has a knot in it, but maybe it should see a masseuse. It's also sweet in a nasty way. You know, like when those people are fake to your face and then talk behind your back. It's just like that. 2 out of 10. Not very good, not very bright. Next up we got the cacio pepe arancini, which reminds me of the word arachnophobia. I don't know why. And I have a big fear of spiders, so suddenly I'm scared. These are them. They are kind of busting at the seams. So let's see. Oh. Fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous! Whenever I say fabulous, I feel like a stereotype. Let's go shopping while we're at it. Those are incredible. First of all, did you see that the bag was resealable? What? Like Walmart said, we're just gonna be overachievers now. We're gonna be people pleasers. I can relate to that, so I'm really connecting to Bettergoods. Second of all, those are so crunchy on the outside. Very thin breading, so it's not too cakey or too tough or anything like that, and it's barely greasy. And then the inside really doesn't taste like any old fried frozen mac and cheese type of dish. It tastes like real pasta from a restaurant. I'm not joking. Do I look like I'm joking? I never joke. Right, Regina? We're a very serious family. What are you doing? Get back to violin classes. There was some real cheese in there. It tasted kind of like mozzarella, but it could have been a Parmesan Reggiano as well. Maybe a mixture, a blend. There was a strong black pepper flavor in there, but it wasn't the main star. The sharp, fresh cheese was the main star. It was very flavorful. Do you have to take a trip to the loo in Buckingham Palace? Let's go. 10 out of 10. That was incredible. Now we have the beef pie. This is something that Ma from Little House on the Prairie would cook up only on Sundays when they had extra meat money and they didn't have to eat rabbit. And that's what excites me about this dish. Let's go back in time, girlies. Okay. Give Mama a second. She's processing. Canadians seem so nice. Why are they coming for me? What is happening? This is not it. This is a huge misstep. Hold on, wait. Sorry, I had to misstep. The crust is good enough to eat, so that's my dinner, I guess. I'm gonna make more cacio e pepe balls. That's what I'm gonna do. The crust is like any typical frozen pot pie crust, nothing special. It's actually a little less salty than other crusts, but like I said, good enough to eat. The filling is absolutely demonic in so many different ways. The beef itself is terrible quality. It just has so much fat. It's so chewy. It tastes like lean cuisine beef, and that is the worst compliment you could ever get. But my main issue is that the whole filling, like the sauce in the filling, tastes like dirt. Tastes like mud. You know, I know that there's like mud pie desserts and there are fun themes with little gummy worms. This is like real mud. It genuinely tastes so earthy, like more earthy than a beet. And even though I love dancing to the beat, beets taste real dirty. It's shockingly bad, and I'm about to jump into this raspberry tart right now to make myself feel better. Dinner has been terrible besides the cacio e pepe balls. So throughout this first day, I think I've learned that Bettergoods is sometimes better, sometimes not so better. This week is gonna be a wild ride. I had to clean my fork. I'm sorry. This raspberry tart looks really good. I let it defrost for like a whole hour, so hopefully it's not icy. Oh, it's a very thick crust. Wow, look at that. Okay. Monsieur! I'm grateful to be here on this day. I'm grateful for this food. That's a sleigh. I love it. I love it. Oh oui, je peux tout poupou. It is so good. That's exactly what I wanted. It's exactly what I got. The raspberries, first of all, somehow tasted extremely fresh. They were in this sauce that was honestly like pure raspberry itself. It was like raspberries sitting in pureed raspberries. Very tart, very bright. All the sweetness came from the crust itself. It tasted like a vanilla shortbread cookie, but with a slightly kind of cookie cakey texture, like a mixture of the two. And it added that perfect home cooked sweet golden brown flavor that balanced out the tart raspberries perfectly. Incredible. 10 out of 10. So I'm gonna go eat more and I'll see you guys tomorrow, day 2. Day 2. Dos papi. Ay.
For my day 2 breakfast, I went to the dry aisle and I got these oat bites, morsels of health, and then I also got this breakfast bowl with golden beets and honey. Oh, ew. But we'll give it a chance. You know, I tried to take the bowl out of the box, but it said, no, don't look at me. I'm staying in here. But then it finally popped out. And this is it fully cooked. What do we think, girlies?
So I'm standing because I spent a lot of yesterday sitting and I felt my circulation crying out to me saying, Papa, move, let us flow. So I decided to listen to my body, and that's why I'm standing, do a little tap dance while I eat, try not to choke, you know, and I am half asleep. I know you're wondering, Timmy, what's wrong with you? That's it. And don't worry, I did not drive to Walmart this morning. I bought this yesterday, but it seemed like I bought it today, right? It's called editing. And if it was 1802, it would be called magic, and they would say, witch! Sorry, Timmy, wake up, wake up. But I am going to Walmart after this meal, once I'm more awake, more alert, to get my lunch, dinner, and breakfast for tomorrow. Anyways, let's see. So we got some Bettergoods organic oat bites. You know, there's something about an oat that I've been loving recently. It's one of the few healthy foods that actually kind of taste good to me. Like not plain oatmeal, but like overnight oats, oatmeal cookies. I feel like oats are a healthy food that's actually versatile and that can be turned into something worth chewing. So let's hope these are good. These have organic rolled oats. So I'm guessing certain oats can't roll. If I was an oat, I'd definitely be able to roll. Dried apricots, ew. Raisins, sunflower and flax seeds. Okay, blessed day, Aunt Lydia. Let's hope it's good. I really like flaxseed. I'm gonna start putting it on everything. My enchiladas, flaxseed enchilada. My burger, double cheesy flax whopper. Right? Yeah. Mama's working, please. I've been trying to keep my composure with you because my therapist said I shouldn't be screaming, but I'm gonna scream. Oh, there's a millipede in the house. Regina, don't eat that. Regina, don't eat that. I'm sorry, being a mother of two is really hectic sometimes. I can barely find a moment for myself, you know? And there really was a millipede on the ground. During the summer in Orlando, millipedes take over. These are so good, genuinely. They don't taste healthy. And that's something that is so inspiring. They taste a lot more like a cookie than an oat healthy bite. They're perfectly chewy, amazing texture. There's a bit of a crunch in there. It might be from the flaxseed. Oh, it's the sunflower. The sunflower seeds add the perfect little hint of nuttiness and saltiness and crunch. The saltiness balances out all the sweetness from the dried fruits, which don't taste too fermented. They don't taste too prune-like. If you eat prunes and you're not constipated, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Stop it! And the oats also added chewiness. There's a slight kind of cinnamon, warm flavor to this whole thing, and they are actually quite decadent. Like they are kind of giving dessert. I could eat these as dessert and be happy with them. So super enjoyable, 9 out of 10. We love. Now, this bowl is confusing me. It's intimidating me, it's scaring me. I have read the description of it so many times and I still can't tell if it's a sweet bowl or a savory bowl. So it's the breakfast bowl, golden beets and honey with wheat berry. What even is that? Who are you? Barley, farro, okay Mia Farrow, mother of the devil, yogurt, green lentil, egg whites and pumpkin seeds. Egg whites with yogurt? What? Farro with barley? Are we in 1802 BC? Should I put on my sandals that go up to my knees? Why is there bread and fish falling from the sky? Am I at Whole Foods? But let's just go in. We are brave men on this channel, right? Men don't run from a yogurt egg combo. Okay. That's actually terrible. Let me just say, all the grains are indistinguishable once you're chewing them. It just feels like a mouthful of farmland. And I used to like Farmville back in the day, but I don't want to eat it. They're all very chewy. I felt like a giraffe being fed at the zoo. And there's not much else going on besides this egg white. And when you pair the egg white with all these grains, for some reason, the egg white has kind of like a trash bag flavor. Like it tastes like a rotting trash bag, like with banana peels stuck to it on the inside. And so it kind of just tastes like a big, grainy garbage fart. And I hate it so much. And there's a little bit of sweetness from the honey, but otherwise it's terrible. 1 out of 10, never again.
For my day 2 lunch, I got this broccoli cheddar bake from the frozen aisle, and I also got these gluten-free chicken tenders. I don't know why I'm aiming at the nuggets, but I got the tenders, as you can see. So this is everything cooked up. I air fried the tenders, I microwaved the bowl. It all looks great. That's a lot of tenders. Wow.
Okay, so I know that I'm about to cause chaos with this meal. I know people are gonna be talking, spreading rumors saying, oh my gosh, he ate chicken tenders and mac and cheese. What is he, 5? No, I'm 21. So leave me alone. But I still sometimes like to eat fun things, you know? We never get too old for fun. So I'm so hyped. This mac and cheese also is not just mac and cheese, it's a bake. When it's a baked mac and cheese, it's elegant, it's classy, it's opulent. That's just the rules. It also has broccoli, so we're getting some vitamins and minerals. You know what has the most vitamins and minerals though? A multivitamin. That's why I take one every day. And it sounds like this video is gonna be sponsored. It's not. I just really like my multivitamin. It's gummy. Maybe I am 5. Let's see how it tastes, girlies. Okay. Okay, so I know you're saying, Timmy, you must love it. You ate the whole thing. I didn't. I'm just a glutton. It wasn't bad though. It really wasn't. The texture is the best part. It feels homemade. The sauce has that kind of flour, roux, butter, grainy texture to it that only your Nona can create with her wrinkled little hands. Love her. There's a richness to the texture that is very exciting, very unique for a frozen meal. So I am very grateful for that being in my life, but the flavor is lacking. It tastes like a cream sauce with not much cheesiness going on. It's more like a bechamel, which also translates to je m'appelle, which also translates to what's your name? Regina, what's your name? Dogs can't talk. I don't know what you were waiting for. So it just tastes like a cream sauce, simple. I needed a sharp, cheesy kick, and it just didn't give me that. I did get a hint of frozen broccoli, defrosted icicle flavor, which I didn't love, but the texture really made me want to eat all of it. That's how good the texture was. So I'm gonna have to give this a 4 out of 10. It could have been much better. Now I got the tendies, girlies, look. I air fried them for so long. And also they are gluten-free, so that's class, that's elegance as well. This is a high-end chicken mac and cheese combo. Now, I was gonna use ketchup like a normal human being, but I looked at the expiration date on my ketchup. It went bad 4 days ago. Just my luck. I didn't think Heinz would betray me, but here we are. I'm saying byes to Heinz. So instead, I'm using my favorite hot sauce. Green pepper Tabasco sauce, not sponsored. I just love it so much. It's like the most limey, tangy hot sauce out there, and it goes so well on everything. But let's first try the tendi by itself. Ooh, it feels crispy. Oh my God. Wow. Mmm. Mmm. Wow. They're gone. I'm sad. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Regina, she saw me get zapped and she wants to help. Stay away. I don't want you to get zapped too. You're 8 pounds, you can't handle it. I think she's 9 pounds actually. The BBL added 1 pound, right? It's still healing, that's why she's sitting. I love those. I love those. Are they as good as a fast food chicken nugget? No, nothing is. Those are amazing. Well, McDonald's, Wendy's. Those are actually the only 2 that are good. Everything else is terrible. But for frozen nuggets, these are some of the best I've ever had. You know why? Because it's all white meat. And I can taste that in the flavor. It's all that chicken. The breading is very thin. And it's not breadcrumby. It's more like a thin batter. And it didn't have like that much oil soaked into it like a lot of other store-bought tendies. It was kind of like dry and crunchy with a light black pepper flavor. Nothing too strong, not that many seasonings, but very simple, very good. And the inside just had an amazing kind of like ground chicken texture to it, like real ground chicken, not like the chicken nuggets with the rib meat that are always a little bit foamy. Why is there so many ribs in my chicken nuggets? Is this a Chili's? What's next? A steamy fajita nugget? It could definitely use different sauces, seasonings, things like that, because it's very basic, very plain, but it tastes like high quality chicken tendies with no grease flavor. I'm shook, I'm shook, I'm shook. It's so hard to find a good tendi these days at the store. It really is. I'm gonna give those a 10 out of 10 if you like a simple, basic chicken nugget. Okay.
For my day 2 dinner, I got some figs in a blanket appetizers. I also got these Mediterranean grilled veggies for my side, and for my main, I got a gout pie. I got a pizza with pepperoni and bacon. And for dessert, I got this pistachio salted caramel Bettergoods premium ice cream. Doesn't this meal sound very good and balanced? Like the veggies really balance out the buckets of cheese and Crisco. So I took the figs in a blanket out of the packaging. They're so cute in this little pan. I air fried my veggies. cheese. I put my pizza and the appetizers on a pan and I just baked it all together. This is what it looked like. Very crispy, layers of pepperonis, and this is the final meal all together. What do we think, girlies? I think I slayed it.
Yes, sir, what can I do for you? I called her sir because everyone calls me ma'am and I need to lash out somehow, you know? Girlies, we are first gonna try these vegetables. You might be thinking, Timmy, why'd you get vegetables? I'm thinking the same thing, but I know the reason why. Once I got a comment on one of my videos and someone said, Timmy didn't eat one vegetable the whole week. And it stuck with me. Kind of like barbecue sauce when it gets under your nail, you know, it stays there all day. It's a blessing in disguise. Let's try this. It's a Mediterranean blend. We got zucchini, onion, and bell pepper. Now, I do like some vegetables. Brussels sprouts, love them. Broccoli, occasionally. I just want to clarify that I'm not that pathetic, okay? What, you want a zucchini? Are you cat's eye? Water. Hydration for frozen. What's on my glasses? A hair, ew, there's actually a lot on there. A whole amoeba city is on there right now. For frozen vegetables, those are great, truly. They really have a charred flavor. It tastes like someone in the factory lit up the barbecue and said, bring over the veggies, robots. And the robots were like, and then they dropped all the corn. It tastes like it was factory roasted. They're still a little bit crunchy. They do have slight seasoning, some salt, pepper, maybe some garlic powder, not much else though. It's just a very charred vegetable flavor. And the zucchini does taste like water, but that's all zucchini. Zucchinis are like 99% water, 1% grass. And that's why I rarely ever eat them, but not bad at all. I'm gonna give that a 7 out of 10. Okay, so now we have the Fig Newton appetizers. Who was Sir Isaac Newton? Because he got a fig named after him. I want one named after me. Who was Sir Isaac Newton? Okay, so he had Julia Roberts' same hairstyle. Come on, pretty woman. Big mistake. Huge. But like, what did he do other than sit in a salon chair? He was an English physicist, a mathematician, astronomer, natural philosopher. What is there? An unnatural philosopher, an alchemist, and a theologian. Wow, he's so talented. Congratulations. Are you from Milwaukee? I'm sorry. You know, Fig Newtons were never even that good. They taste like a raisin. But it's called figs in a blanket instead of pigs in a blanket. You get it? Sweet figs and whipped goat and cream cheese on a butter puff pastry. I'm excited. I'm in my goat cheese era. A lot of you know I can't stop saying bah. And I'm also in training to be a shepherd. I'm gonna move to Ireland next year. Okay. What? Isaac, Sir Isaac. Wow, that's incredible. That does not taste like a Fig Newton. It does not taste like a goat cheese pastry. It tastes like cheesecake. Yeah, you heard me. Yes, so the goat cheese cream cheese does not taste anything like goat cheese. It just tastes like sweet cream cheese, Philadelphia cheesecake filling, globbed onto a little pastry. And the fig has a bit of a berry flavor with a little bit of a spice, like a little red pepper flake in there, like one flake. That hint of spice made it taste kind of like a spicy cheesecake. And then the puff pastry just kind of tasted like a pie crust. So it was really giving cheesecake dessert moment. I could eat that with this ice cream and I would think this is literally dolce. 10 out of 10. I'm so impressed. Incredible. Next up, we got the pizza. So I chose this pizza because it's zesty and it's uncured, because I don't want cured pepperoni. I don't want Beth from Little Women thinking, oh, I missed out on a cure. You did, but it has nothing to do with pepperoni. You know, not everything is about you, Beth. I know I have your name on my wall, but maybe I should take it down. I think it's going to your head, just like the fever. And it also has uncured bacon with a smooth tomato sauce, mozzarella, and smoked provolone cheese. This slice has a lot of pepperoni. Oh, Mr. Pibb, you always know how to quench my thirst. That is great frozen pizza. Does it compare to sit-down restaurant pizza? Does it compare to, what's that restaurant called? Anthony's Coal Fire Charcoal Pizza Oven? No, it does not compare to Anthony. But let me tell you, it's a good frozen pizza. It has a lot of flavor. The uncured pepperoni and the uncured bacon both taste extremely meaty, like almost too meaty, but I thought I was getting a call, sorry. There's always people trying to call me popular. They were so meaty, but they did not give me the ick. They weren't meaty in a fat kind of way. They were just like super flavorful. The smoked mozzarella was very salty, and I really liked that. And the sauce was very tangy, very bright, very tomatoey. The crust was kind of basic. It didn't have a lot of flavor. Flour. But the pizza itself, I think, is pretty good. I'm gonna give it a nice strong 8 out of 10. I really liked it. And I don't know if you noticed, you probably didn't, but I feel like I overcame something in that moment. I just ate a lot of pepperonis. A lot, more than I have in a long time. And most people don't know this about me, but years back, I ate 60 turkey pepperonis. 60. They were just so darn good. And I was eating them as snacks throughout the day. I know I had 60 because I had 20 pepperonis after breakfast, 20 after lunch, and 20 after dinner. I made them crispy in the microwave. They were amazing, but I regretted that oh so badly because that night I woke up and my big toe was swollen. Ballooned, not even with hot air, just with gout crystals because I had the gout. It really shook me to my core. And at that moment, my core was just made up of pepperoni. And ever since then, I've been kind of wary of pepperonis. But I saw those pepperonis on that pizza today and I said, I want to eat those, and I did it. There were probably, what, like 10 on there? That's not 60. There's a big difference mathematically. Last but not least, we have the Bettergoods pistachio salted caramel ice cream. This sounds so good. Everyone's doing the Dubai chocolate craze. Everything is chocolate and pistachio, right? This is caramel and pistachio. Walmart said, we're not only gonna smell fishy like Whole Foods, we're also gonna be different. We're gonna make our own rules, and we're gonna get wild, right? And that's what they did. Oh, look at that, those are delicious. Yeah, okay. The pistachio ice cream itself is quite creamy, but it has that kind of pistachio extract flavor. It doesn't taste like real pistachios. It's kind of like overly sweet, overly pistachio-y. You know what I'm talking about? Like pistachio sugar-free pudding? It tastes like that, which isn't bad, but it tastes kind of fake, you know? And the caramel does have a gorgeous salted flavor to it, but it's not that thick. Ben & Jerry's has a much thicker caramel because Ben keeps churning the caramel, and when he gets tired, Jerry takes over. So it's churned to perfection. This is just kind of watery caramel, but caramel. I typically say caramel. Why am I saying caramel? Who am I? So I don't love it, but I'm still kind of enjoying it. You know, 5 out of 10, but I had a pretty good dinner overall. I will see you tomorrow for day 3. It's day 3. I don't know if you could tell, but I was going for Hayden Panettiere in that one dancing meme. How do you say her name? Panettiere?
For my day 3 breakfast, I got these gorgeous custard-filled waffles. Are you kidding me? That's mostly custard, barely any waffle. I love it. And I also got this Parmesan garlic trail mix. Yes, this is a breakfast food. Just like baked beans in London. Okay, everyone has their own taste.
Once again, I'm half asleep, but girlies, I woke up with the biggest pimple on my back. It's so big, I feel like a blue whale with a barnacle stuck to it. I chose a blue whale because it's the biggest and manliest whale of them all. I'm really excited about these waffles because they're filled with custard. And I love anything with custard. You know, I lived in Kenya for a year and a half when I was 11. And one of the things they had was this custard powder. You would add milk to it. Now the milk was kind of fresh, like literally fresh from a cow. So it always made the custard taste a little gamey and a little meaty. But I love the custard powder by itself and I still think about it. But let's first try this Parmesan garlic trail mix. What does this have? Garlic seasoned almonds, Parmesan garlic seasoned cashews, pretzels, pecans, pistachios, and bread chips. Sounds good to me. I know it's not your typical breakfast item. What are you gonna do about it? What? There's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do to make me conform to the world and the rules of this horrible place. I'm just gonna try to get one of everything in one bite. I'm so excited. I I like it. I like it. I like walking on trails and mixing it up. And that's what this is. All the nuts and crunchy assorted pieces of sustenance all taste good. Typical. Roasted, baked, risen. I'm talking about the bread. Happy Easter. And there is a strong garlic flavor. I will say that. But I'm not getting a lot of Parmesan. And the other day I saw Giada De Laurentiis in a short gnawing on a huge chunk of Parmesan. She was like, I don't eat protein bars. I just gnaw on Parmesan. She literally said that, and it kind of disgusted me, but I also was proud of her for some reason. And so if she got this trail mix expecting a brick of Parmesan in there, she would be so disappointed. She would say, no Bella, no Bella. Bella. It tastes more like ranch seasoning, you know, and ranch seasoning is good. We put it on a lot of things. I know that a lot of American moms throw it in a roast. They throw it in a casserole. They throw it in a dip. They throw it in a stroganoff. And I think that's beautiful. And it does taste good on a trail mix, but I wanted a Parmesan kick that kind of smelled like a foot. So I'm gonna give them 6 out of 10. Still good. Now it's time for my waffle. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, this looks just like my back right now. Why do you watch me? Genuinely? That's so phenomenal. This is not sponsored by the custard or the waffle, not even the blue. But those are incredible. I would say that they taste as good as a restaurant dessert. They kind of remind me of something that you'd find at a food festival, like a little street food that tastes incredible. You know what I mean? The waffle itself is very thin. It's literally just a casing for the custard leche. But it still has this really kind of fresh waffle Belgium flavor that really shines through. It's a little bit chewy, but in a good way, like it's supposed to be a little bit chewy. And the custard on the inside is barely sweet. It tastes like vanilla and like milkiness, just a hint of sugar, and it has that perfect custard texture where it's like warm pudding. I am giving that 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. Incredible. And there's another flavor. We're gonna get it for tomorrow's breakfast. Oh.
For my day 3 lunch, I got these chicken wings with spicy dill dry rub. Oh my goodness. This cheesy potato au gratin, you might think, Timmy, that's a Starbucks egg bite. No, it's an au gratin. There's a big difference. And for my lunch dessert, I got this milk chocolate praline, hazelnuts, and quinoa something. It doesn't say what it is. It just says the ingredients. And this is the spread. And this is what the potatoes looked like. They look terrifying. So I air fried them and they looked a lot better. Then I air fried my chicken wings and I added the seasoning packet. I kind of tossed them around. The chickens were flying. And this is my meal completely done. Looks filling, right? Oh, I'm ready for it. Let's go in, girlies.
I'm sorry if I look a little tired. It's because I just worked so hard. I had to season my own chicken. That's kind of crazy for a frozen brand, you know, expecting the consumer to do the work. I'm a mother of 10. So let's first try the potato au gratin. This was made in Belgian style. The land of the people who praise the waffle. We've been having a lot of waffles and Belgium stuff this week. I'm kind of living for it. Schlogendorf. Let's try them. They did look quite pale when I opened up the box, kind of like Beth from Little Women, but they got kind of pretty, kind of golden brown. Let's see. Wow. Give me a second. It does need a little bit of salt. That's okay though. That's why everyone has salt in their houses, because some foods lack it. It's very common. Okay, can you see this texture? Come back. Can you see this? Ow, it's hot. Can you see it? Please tell me you see it. I don't care if it belly flopped onto my fake granite counter. I'm gonna eat it. Let me tell you, they're almost amazing. So the outside does have a very nice crispy, almost like shell, which I admire, but the inside is strangely fluffy. I'm so used to potato dishes being heavy, which is what a lot of people called me growing up. It's okay, I'm over it. I promise. But this is very light. It's almost like potato pieces, like chunks, surrounded by this really airy cheese sauce. Like the cheese is breathing. It's like, I'm Gouda. It's just somehow very fluffy, but still stretchy. I do wish it was a little saltier, a little tangier, and a little more rich. But the cheese vibe is definitely still there. The potatoes are soft on the inside. Like, it's very good. It just needs a little poo palette flavor. Maybe a chunk of garlic or something, you know? But it's a great side dish. I'm gonna still give it a 7.5 out of 10. Very nice. Okay. Now it's time for the dill pickle dry rub wings. Girlies, I'm so hyped. I hope these are good. I hope they're not gooey or ooey or gloopy. I hate that. And a lot of frozen wings are like that. But I'm still hyped anyways because I love pickles so much. All kinds of pickles, all brands. I love Vlasic, Clausen, Mount Olive. I ate it every day. Look at this one. It's like growing an extra thigh. I wish I could grow an extra thigh because mine are so nice. Mmm, the flavor. Mmm. Mmm. Let's try another. Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. Let me just start with the positives. These have the best flavor of any frozen wing I've ever had. And it's not just because of the dill pickle powder, which is very pickled. You could say it's even brined, but I think that's getting a little bit too crazy. It's sour. It has that strong dill flavor. It's a little bit spicy. Makes my lips tingle a little bit. I feel like Kylie when she's like, no, these are all natural. They're natural. They're tingling, aren't they? But the actual chicken itself, to be honest, tastes like a Popeye's chicken sandwich. I'm not joking. When I was eating, I was like, this tastes just like a Popeye's chicken sandwich. Arg! Is he a pirate? So the flavor overall is actually perfection. My big issue is the quality of the chicken. There's a couple bites that taste real. They have a real chicken, you know how the chickens have a stringy texture? They're like, it has that, but then there's other parts of it that are pure just blubber, gloopy, bloopiness, and I can't do it. I know that Gwyneth Paltrow embraces goop, but I don't. I say goop, be gone. That sounds like a good cleaning product. I would enjoy the bite and then all of a sudden the next bite would give me the full ick. The ick extravaganza. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna put the rest of the packet on the chicken tendies. Oh! My mind. Last but not least, we have the milk chocolate, praline, hazelnuts, and quinoa. What a mouthful, literally. They look really big. Ooh, okay. You can see the little quinoa pieces busting through the chocolate. Okay, you know what's crazy? I think the quinoa is the best part. The earth is the shining star. Earth is a planet. The moon is a star. No, the sun. I love the quinoa pieces because they're crunchy. They add a little bit of a Rice Krispie texture. And you know what's crazy? Once my mom discovered quinoa, like back in the 2010s, and she was like, oh my gosh, it's so healthy and it's so delicious. Let me have 2 big bowls of it. She regretted that. She got a gas bubble within her so big that she went to the urgent care and they were like, ma'am, fart. I think I've told the story once before, but I need to tell it more. This needs to be part of our history. So I like that, but the chocolate tastes like low quality, if that makes sense. Like it has that kind of processed chocolate flavor. And then the praline makes it taste kind of like Nutella, but like watered down Nutella. I don't know. It tastes like old Nutella. I'm gonna have to give that a 4 out of 10. Not very good and not very bright. I will see you for dinner.
For my day 3 dinner, I got this skillet meal balsamic chicken moment, these Duchess potatoes, which look kind of like little hairstyles, and for dessert, these chocolate cake pops. So this is the spread. What do we think? So I started by cooking my skillet meal in a skillet. Who would have thought? And I just basically cooked it until it was hot. And I air fried the Duchess potatoes. They looked gorgeous and golden brown. And the whole meal is ready to be eaten and devoured.
Okay, girlies, I'm nervous. I gotta be honest. I took a risk today when I got that balsamic chicken vegetable fest. I got it because I love Brussels sprouts so much, but I'm not the biggest balsamic fan. But recently, it's been growing on me. I've been like, okay, even if it looks like an evil form of sauce, it kind of tastes good on a tomato mozzarella salad, you know? But when I was cooking the skillet meal, it literally smelled like burnt. Like not burnt toast, not a burnt reduction. It smelled like the fires of Mordor, the Eye of Sauron. And it smelled like that before I started cooking it. That's just its natural odor. Someone get it some secret deodorant. Shh. It's a secret. So I'm just really scared to try it. It just smelled terrible. But first we're trying these Duchess potatoes. I've never had a Duchess potato, but I can't wait to experience it. Ah! Wait, hello. Oh my god, I quite like that. It had a little bit of elegance and a little bit of Idaho. You know what those taste like? Have you ever had those little mashed potato smiley faces in the frozen aisle? It tastes like that, but opulent. I bet the Queen of England eats these. Whenever she's craving a tater tot, she's like, can I have a tater? And the staff is like, Madame, you're the queen. You can't just have any old tater tot. We'll make you a Duchess potato. It tastes like fried mashed potatoes with a hint of nutmeg, a hint of sweetness, and a hint of cream. Very simple. So it's a nice side dish. I would pair it with a sauce, maybe a roast, a Sunday roast with, is there food on my lip? So that you could put the meat juices onto it and just give it some more flavor. But great texture, crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside. Very nice side. I liked it a lot. 8 out of 10. Okay, it's now time for the fire that devours all the Brussels sprouts. The skillet. So it has a balsamic glaze, sweet potatoes, chicken, onions, and Brussels sprouts. Sounds kind of good, but it smells terrible. So let's see, I'm gonna get some of everything in one bite. Okay. Oh my god, I don't think I like that very much. Disgusting! The chicken tastes less real than the other chickens that I've had from the Bettergoods chicken coop. You know, this does taste a little bit Tyson-y. It has a little bit of a foamy, certa mattress vibe that I don't appreciate. The Brussels sprouts and the sweet potatoes taste fine, but they just taste like frozen vegetables, you know, which is what they are. But frozen vegetables taste a little bit different than fresh vegetables. So there's that. I think the main culprit here is the sauce. Now, it is not giving me balsamic foot, which was my fear when I bought it. But instead it's giving me Avatar, fire, and ash. It does taste extremely burnt. There's just a super strong burnt essence to it. And I think they were trying to go for like a charred flavor, but it did not work. It did not work. It's also too sweet. So it's like a sweet, burnt, sugar, candied mess. I don't like it. Hopefully Alejandro will devour it. 1 out of 10. Wow. I'm gonna fill up on more of those Duchess potatoes. Where's my crown? Where's my crown? Last but not least, we have the Bettergoods cake pop. Ow! Okay, we're still on the Bettergoods roller coaster. Whoa! It won't stop. That cake pop is everything I want to be. It's everything I stand for. It tastes better than the Starbucks cake pop, and that's crazy to say because Starbucks really kind of created them, you know? You might as well call them Star Cake Pop Bucks. Cake Bucks. Cake Boss, New Jersey. This tastes a lot like a fudgy brownie, even more than a cake pop. It's perfectly sweet, not too sweet, and it has this sort of slight cherry almond extract flavor to it that really brings it to the next level. The chocolate on the outside is a very thin coating, so it's not too sweet, and it's a very satisfying tiny little bite. I'm gonna have to eat all four to feel satisfied. And if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. So I'm gonna give that 10 out of 10, amazing. Tomorrow's the final day. Hopefully it brings us some more sleighs. Day 4.
For my day 4 breakfast, I got the berry version of the Puss waffles because they were so good and they really popped flavor-wise, you know? And I also got these gorgeous chicken and maple breakfast sausage links. Why do we call them sausage links when they're not still linked together? We should call them unlinked sausages. This is the full meal together and this is all cooked. The microwave really did all the heavy lifting.
Girlies, it's the final day. I'm surprisingly feeling great. I said surprisingly because yesterday, after filming, when I was not satisfied with my supper, I had a lot of Bettergoods chicken tenders. I had the Duchess potatoes, lumpia, adobo. Sorry, I ate it every day. Also, I had 2 more cake pops. So last night I went to bed feeling a little icky, bloated, but this morning I feel good. I feel like the food really processed. I feel like a piece of lunch meat, and I don't know, I just feel like it's because it's like organic. You know, when something is grass-fed, when you eat it, the grass that was fed to the creature helps the gut, you know, so that's probably what happened. I'm excited about this breakfast. We got the berry waffles, girlies. The other waffles were so good. Oh, literally my new favorite thing. So I'm hoping these slay just as much. And we have sausages. Now, it really does smell like a big maple tree in my house. And I don't even have any plants, so that's crazy. I'm assuming it's coming from the maple sausage. So let's see how they taste. They're chicken, by the way. Welcome back to my maple tree. Okay. They're not terrible, but they're not wonderful. You know what it is? They do not have a strong sausage flavor. They have a hint of sausage, maybe 1 fennel seed ground up, and that's it. It mostly just tastes like ground chicken with a whole lot of maple syrup. And when I have a maple syrup sausage, I want the maple syrup to be complementary to the sausage seasoning. Sausage has a very specific, strong flavor, and this is lacking that. I will also say that the texture reminds me of a scrambled egg. And that's not good either. I have nothing against chickens. I really love eggs, I do. But I don't want my sausage to feel like an egg. I don't think that's crazy to say. And also on the cover, you can see it's literally just chicken sausages slathered, swimming in maple syrup. I should have known better. I should have looked closer. It's kind of weird. Like, I understand when you're eating a full breakfast and you have pancakes and sausage and bacon and eggs on the same plate, and then a little bit of maple syrup gets on the other items. That's okay. But I would never purposefully just put maple syrup on my meat. I just wouldn't do it. It sounds icky sweet, and it could lead to a possible infection. So I'm gonna have to give it a 3 out of 10. It really could be a lot better. No pun intended, just this once. I actually did not mean to say better this time. It's just kind of getting into my brain. It's taking over, you know? So now let's try the waffles. They have raspberry, strawberry, blackberry, and blueberry. But what about snozberry? If Willy Wonka ate this, he would say, "Where's the snozberry?" He's so annoying, as am I. Okay, and like always, I'm half asleep. Let's try this. It's very, very full, wow. Look at that. I made 2. I just wanted to give myself a little treat on the last day, you know? I love it so much I could scream. So are they as good as the custard waffles? No. They're slightly less good, but they're still great. The custard waffles were just incredible, you know? You know what I love about these though? I love that the filling does not just taste like a preserve or a jam. It tastes like fresh, tart, ripe berries. Probably cooked down, but it's not that sweet. It's just more so refreshing. And it tastes like a summer day, you know? Back in the day, me and Anne of Green Gables used to pick strawberries together, and then we would throw them at Marilla, and she would scream at us. It also has a very kind of thick, not gelatinous, more so gooey, sticky texture to it. I will say there's the tiniest hint of processed flavor, just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. You know, even Marilla added some preservatives to her preserves, but to me, it was such a small flaw. Oh, I still loved it. 9 out of 10. Okay, I will see you for lunch.
For my day 4 lunch, I got this green chili chicken and rice cauliflower bowl. I also got these dried Brussels sprouts. And I also got these Bettergoods sour coated grapes for dessert, girlies. We're going full health and wellness today. I'm so proud of myself. I feel like Freely the banana girl if she ate chicken bowls. This is the bowl out of the packaging. Once again, we can't see it, but look, oh surprise, I revealed it early. I didn't want to keep you waiting. I know suspense can be really stressful.
Oh. Oh. Who is he? Who is this man in my little screen right here? Girlies, recently I've been feeling real handsome. You know why? Because I grew a mustache. I've briefly talked about this before, but I have not talked about the response to it. It's been intense. When I started growing it, I was like, oh my gosh, everyone's gonna think it's ugly. If they drag me, I'm gonna shave it off. I'm a people pleaser. I have no sense of self. So what does sense of self mean? Like I don't know who I am? But ever since I grew it, I've been getting so many comments and every single one has been good. I haven't seen one comment calling my mustache a caterpillar under the nostril. Not one, and that shocked me. I thought it would be something you either loved or hated, but turns out all my ladies love me. And yes, most of my audience is like mothers and I love that so much. So my mamacitas, you like it? Let's first try these dried Brussels sprouts. I'm so hyped. They look really seasoned, right? What's in them? Brussels sprouts, sunflower oil, and sea salt. You know, sunflower oil is a really nice, strong flavor, so I'm sure it's gonna taste really good. I just thought maybe it would have some paprika, some cardamom, cardadad, something, but no. Okay, how do I, what's this little handle? No. Okay. You girlies know I love Brussels sprouts. That's like my favorite vegetable. But tell me why this smells like sweat under a toenail. I expected maybe a slight fart scent because, you know, it's a Brussels sprout, but no, this is different. This is mush, just so I'm scared now. Okay. Tastes like fried fiber. They should sell that at the state fair. They're growing on me. I like it. They do have quite a fantastic crunch. The texture is amazing. The thing is, Brussels sprouts are like shrunken lettuce, right? So there's a lot of layers in there and every layer is crunchy, every single one. Wait, listen, ASMR. As for the flavor, thankfully, they don't taste how they smell. Not a drop of sweat in sight. They taste like a Brussels sprout. They taste like a crunchy Sahara Brussels sprout with a little bit of salt. And they do have a slight oil flavor, but it's not like old oil. It's like tolerable. You know, kind of like my lifestyle, the way you tolerate it, right? If you like Brussels sprouts, I think you'll like these. Very simple. I do think some seasoning would make them taste better. Ranch seasoning would slay, but they're good. I like it. 7 out of 10. Next up, we got this Bettergoods green chili chicken and rice cauliflower bowl. Gluten-free, shredded dark meat chicken with green chilies over rice cauliflower topped with cheddar cheese and pickled onion. I have a stutter. And when I read fast, I feel like I can do anything. So yeah, it's basically like a burrito bowl with cauliflower instead of something delicious. Oh, this cheese on top looks very nice, okay. Let's see how it tastes. Wait. Oh. Oh, wow. So the chicken, once again, tastes real. The real. That was a great talk show. Sometimes I still watch clips of it on YouTube. Do I look like a Muppet? And I really love the sauce. The sauce tastes like a good old can of green enchilada sauce. And I like that. I could drink it. Why not? It's salty enough. It has a strong cumin flavor, a light cilantro flavor, but it doesn't take over. Onion powder, garlic powder, the classics, you know. It's a good sauce. What I don't like at all is the cauliflower rice. The thing is, I get it. For the keto girlies, cauliflower rice is a gift. To me, it's a curse. I just feel like when you're replacing something with something else, like cauliflower with rice, I feel like it should taste like the original thing, at least slightly, and not just be shaped like it. Cauliflower is just shaped like rice, but it tastes nothing like rice, and that's always been my issue with it. Now, you can make cauliflower rice taste good if you season it, if you try to make it something worth eating, but this is the plainest cauliflower rice I've ever had. Even the sauce on top doesn't really help it. I can just taste watery plants. And I don't want to taste that when I'm eating a green chili enchilada bowl, you know? So if they worked harder on the rice itself, it would be a much better bowl. But right now, only like half of it is good. So I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Last but not least, I'm so excited about this. Okay, we got sour grapes. Freshly frozen grapes with a fun sour coating. What if it wasn't fun? What if it was boring? Oh, they smell so good. I just salivated so bad. They smell like pure candy. I'm pretty sure they got this idea from the influencer moms. They created like those Kool-Aid grapes that taste like candy. I think it's gonna give that. Here's one of them. It's very saucy. Okay. Oh. Okay, yes. So first of all, they are sour, but they're an enjoyable amount of sour. They're not like sour Skittles where it's like so sour that you can't even handle it. Whoever made sour Skittles, I want to talk to you. How dare you? How dare you put me through what I went through when I ate those Skittles? They were too much. They weren't just sour, they were painful. And I think that's disgusting. Think about what you're putting out into the world. I have to say, these really do have kind of a candy flavor to them, almost like a grape popsicle or something like that. And so I think it's honestly perfect if you're craving a sweet treat, but you want something a bit healthier. But I gotta say that there's something about these grapes that don't taste fresh. It does taste like they've been frozen for a while. Like there's something about the texture that's kind of a little mushy, and the skin of the grape is kind of like really thick. They're so sweet. I just wish they were fresher. That's all. But still, 8 out of 10. I really like them. Girlies, we have 1 meal left. Ooh. I'll see you then.
It is time for the grand finale, and for our final dinner of the week, I got these assorted mini quiches for my appetizer. I got this sorrentino sauce. Gnocchi. And for dessert, I got these authentic French lemon tarts. Oh my goodness. So this is the meal all spread out, and this is me cooking it. I took the quiches out of the packaging. There's 2 flavors, and I popped both into the air fryer. As you can see, they were surrounded by the crusts and crumbs that have been sitting in my air fryer for a millennia. These are basically air fryer fossils. If I see a dinosaur foot in one, I won't be surprised. And then I cooked my gnocchi by putting some water in a pan like it said to. It said not to use butter, just use water. Okay, that's not really the American way. Where's my pound of butter, right? But I always followed the rules. So that's what I did, and I just cooked it until it was all heated through. It looked gorgeous. Here's the quiches and the tart as well.
It is time to eat the final meal of the week. 4 days is not a week, but I was homeschooled, so it can be. When you're homeschooled, you make your own reality, you know? So anyways, girlies, this is it, the final meal. Before we get started, while my gnocchi cools down, let's just talk about our thoughts on Bettergoods as a whole. Bettergoods, I think, to be honest, has been more good than bad. I think, of course, every food line has its flops. Every food line has its stinkers, you know? But I really enjoyed most of the food. Do I think it's higher quality than Great Value? I do. So I think they should change the Great Value name to Mid Value. Did I just 6-7? Oh! Ew! I know a lot of you are moms and your kids probably go 6-7, 6-7. And I probably just gave you a little bit of more trauma. So I'm so sorry for that. I will never support those 2 numbers, I promise you. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but at the end of the day, Great Value is still much cheaper than Bettergoods. So I do think that they're both worth their prices, mostly. And I've had a great time. So let's get into it, girlies. First, we're starting with our appetizers. Have you ever been eating a pie on Thanksgiving? And have you ever thought to yourself, I'd rather have egg in this? Then you're gonna love this. This is called a quiche. It's an egg pie. Now, this quiche appetizer is assorted. So there's 2 flavors, girlies. Sweet potato and bacon with a hint of rosemary, apparently, and avocado and black beans. So if you have a dinner party and you have 2 friends that adore meat, and you have 2 friends that are vegetarian, that adore tree life, this is the perfect appetizer. You can really please everybody. Let's first try the black bean one. Avocado, was it avocado? Yes. Oh, they had a big budget for this. Mmm. Mmm. You know what that tastes like? That tastes like tomatillo green salsa. Very limey and salty and flavorful with a hint of cilantro mixed into eggs with pieces of black bean and avocado. That's it. In a very buttery, flaky, crisp crust. I'm so impressed. I don't know why. I thought I'd be icked out. I thought I'd say, a vegetarian item? I'm vegan. I wouldn't like that. But it turns out I did. 10 out of 10. Now it's time for the sweet potato and bacon. Oh. Pretty good. It's giving Peppa the Pig if she was put into a pie crust. You know, the bacon tastes more like Canadian bacon, so it has much more of a hammy flavor and texture. But I didn't mind that. I really didn't. It took me by surprise. At first I was like, do I like this? Ah! Stop it! 6-7! Stop it! Do I like it? I wasn't sure, but then as I ate it more, it got cheesier, it got saltier, it got creamier. So it's very much giving a quiche Lorraine, just with a bit more of a Canadian flavor. And surprisingly, this Canadian product did not taste like dirt. So I'm grateful for that. If I was an earthworm, I would probably love that flavor, but I'm not. I'm a tapeworm. It's very different. What? 9 out of 10. I did like the vegetarian version more. I guess my palate really has evolved the past 4 days. I love that. Now it's time for the gnocchi. I am gonna try it without my Reggiano dust first, and then if it needs, I'm gonna add it so I can enjoy my dinner fully. I do feel like most red sauces need a mountain of Reggiano dust. This is potato gnocchi with Italian tomato sauce and fresh mozzarella cheese. Sounds simple, but I love gnocchi. There's something about biting into it. I feel like I'm eating just a blob of dough, and it makes me feel like a rebel because you're supposed to cook dough first, you know? Oh. Oh. I might have to add more. We'll see. Mmm. If my name was Giada, I would say, potato. I like it, I do. You know, I don't love it. I think that the sauce is quite mediocre. I think it's tomatoey, but it's a little too sweet and it has a little too much basil. You know, I think the basil is overrated. I think it's overused. The way people try to make it the main star of dishes just doesn't sit right with me. I think it's a very complimentary flavor. Dishes should have a hint of basil, but also a lot of oregano and also a lot of all the other seasonings, you know? But too many times it's like it's the only leaf in the sauce, and that upsets me. I think that's what happened here, but I do think that the sauce has a nice texture to it. I don't think it's worthless. I think it's almost worthless, but it's still doable. I think the best part about this is the gnocchi itself. Wow, the quality. They are so pillowy and soft, yet they melt in your mouth. They taste fresh, like they were made under the Italian sun by a woman that has very rough hands from making gnocchi all her life. You know, it's giving that. They're also not too heavy. A lot of gnocchis can be like, oh, too much. This is not. So love the gnocchi itself, don't love the sauce. The Parmesan cheese helped. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. I think that's fair. Last but not least, I have my lemon tart. Now, when I had the raspberry tart, I still dream about it, by the way. It was 3 long days ago, but I can still taste the fresh raspberry juice. I can still smell the fresh paint. The Titanic was the heart of the ocean. What does she say? She said something like that. And I'm guessing this is the same crust. That crust was amazing. So I'm so ready for this. Let's try it. Oh my God, that looks, oh, that texture, wow. Look at, oh! Mmm. That was even better than the raspberry one. Whoa. It was the same crust. That soft shortbread cookie crust. So sweet, so perfect, very satisfying to bite into. But the filling, while it was just as tart as the raspberry filling, so it balanced out the crust once again, it had more of a creaminess, and that really elevated it. So high, it was like pure lemon curd in the most delicious crust. I really recommend the Bettergoods tarts. Regina, what do you think of the week? She had the best time. Can you tell? She's so excited. Look at her eyes. They're so big. That's the excitement. I had a great time as well. Girlies, thank you so much for watching this whole video. If you did, you are that girly. And both of us lack hobbies. I love you so much. Give it a big thumbs up, subscribe. I'll see you next week. I love you so much. Oh my God, there's a gnocchi traveling. Never mind, it was just air. I love you. I'll see you next week. Bye, girlies. Mwah.